up, run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, count it up. Hey, hundreds and fifties and 20s, no fives and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me cause I blame she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him. Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep it score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers.
Coach, I got to tell you, you should be jealous back in that studio because we have a beautiful late summer afternoon for football here at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
We got this. Outside. 57 to Mike. Hey, he's checking it.
First carry for James Conner. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep is Tavon Austin. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cameron Hayward able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
To try again after the sack. Mayfield. He's going to walk. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 40 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, saying, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Steps away to his left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Don't be mad.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. Letting one go deep for the end zone. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Darnold from the gun. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's Austin. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. On 1st down, it's Samuels. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Samuels, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because
they've got his man complete. Odell Beckham Jr. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. After the sack on 1st down, Darnold forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Single. Run. Let's go.
Play fake. Mayfield. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. They go play action. Mayfield. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. We call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Back to throw, Darnold. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Berry on to punt as he gets this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Out of his end zone, Mayfield. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. They'll throw again from their own end zone. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. taken at about the 36. So possession goes over. Here on the punt, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, and the 49ers have scored again, really extending that lead. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. Darnold looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at intermission. Charles, you want a way to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting to 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now.
Hey, let go. 58, boy, 58, Mike. Get that.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Alert, 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 alert.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now it's Darnold to the right side and complete to Washington. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, G. Get off the field. 58 for Mike, 58. 58 for Mike. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Switch it. Come on. Exactly.
Here's Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Here's Connor. And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down at around the 22. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And Boswell's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
Let's go, baby.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Check 26, check 26.
6-yard line.
Run.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
No, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going.
Check 180.
Check 55 to Mike. Quit talking about it and bring it. Sponge.
Hey, alert 33. What's
Mayfield off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Alert. Hey, alert 33.
Mike 55.
Hey, 5-7.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
61, match box, right.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Flush to his right. He's got the first down and more past midfield. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Johnson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there. Got him some extra yardage.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Third and short yardage. Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. The end result, 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because they'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
2nd down and goal. Mayfield. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Now Mayfield lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4.
Yeah, Mike. What we got? What we got? What we got?
To throw on 2nd and 6. Darnold. Washington's got him. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. Now Darnold. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Darnold completes it. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On 1st and 10 is counter. And nothing but daylight ahead. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
It's difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Mayfield on play action. Dancing to his left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
General West.
At the Steelers' 39-yard line.
Watch pistol.
Again, it's Barkley. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on second and long. Darnold in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, Wood. Coming, baby. Woo! Lady. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go, defense.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Still on his feet, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Saquon Barkley, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Hauschka with the extra point. They are on to the fourth quarter now, by the way, in Santa Clara. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Darnold now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 36. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Andy Isabella was the intended target. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Hey, team six.
Darnold. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward. So they zone at the 20-yard line.
The Browns take over first and 10 at the 20-yard line.
180. Check 55 to Mike.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here, being chased out left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Check. Fresno.
Hey, alert 33.
55. Hey, eat. All day.
Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Let's get this ball back for the
Young lady.
One last throw now for Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively,